So this video will just be a one-part summary of all the chopped up videos that I recorded. I didn't intend on those being chopped up, but I had to stop recording for different reasons, and I didn't want any of the videos to be too long either. But I'm still gonna upload those because I'm sure that in those I was more articulate than I'm going to be right now, because it's been so long and I feel removed from it, so it's hard for me to communicate articulatively about it, but I'm going to try my best. This is just something that I need to be able to speak up about, since Wade didn't grant me permission to really speak up about it. I was kind of silenced. So this is my way of speaking up about it and not holding it in, and then I'm going to move on. So there is a band called Secrets, based out of California. And the way that I had found out about them was back in December of 2011. Paramore, my all-time favorite band, was going to be on the cover of an issue of Alternative Press magazine. And my mom had asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and that's the main thing what I wanted was that magazine. And so when I got that magazine for Christmas, I was flipping through it and I seen an advertisement for The Ascent, which was Secret's debut album. And so I wanted the album art appealed to me, and I decided that I would check the band out. So I had went on their Facebook page, and I remember at that time there was a poll going on for posted by Secrets for which song is better, Melodies or Blindside. So I'd listened to Blindside and I listened to Melodies, and at that time I had preferred Melodies, so I had voted for Melodies. My favorite song by them had always been Somewhere in Hiding, but that's not what the poll was. But anyway, so I had listened to their music, I had got really into them. I was especially drawn to Xander's vocals, and I just really liked their music, and I enjoyed listening to them. And so I remember one day they were hosting on Stickam. I don't know if you're familiar or not with Stickam. It's no longer a thing, but essentially Stickam was kind of like Twitch, wherein anybody around the world could go live and anybody around the world could watch them. So on Stickam, they had went live on their webcam or whatever, and there were over 8,000 people in there, and some of their fans could even do guest spots. And my camera wasn't working at the time, so I didn't get to do a guest spot. And in that, like, they didn't have to ask you, you could just do it yourself as a guest spot. But anyway, so anytime I would message in the chat asking a question, they would answer it, and that meant a lot to me because there were so many people in the room, and yet they were answering my questions. And then at one point I made the joke that they wouldn't even be able to pronounce my name because my name is spelled uniquely. It's Kelly, but it's spelled Kelleigh. And so they all said my name out loud, and they pronounced it correctly, and like it meant a lot to me at the time. And this was the original lineup of Secrets, so it was Richard, Mark, Joe, Sherman, and Xander. And this was before their this was before their album was released, or at least before I met them, because I know I hadn't met them at that point. I don't think their album was released yet, either that or it had just been released. Anyways, it was early 2012, and I know their album was released January 17, 2012, but I can't remember the exact date of the Stickam chat. Anyways, I know that I hadn't even met them yet, just that I really liked their music. Well, after that chat, Xander had messaged me saying he had found me on Stickam. He had messaged me and sent me a friend request, and at first I thought it was a joke. I didn't think it was really him, but it was really him, and we would message back and forth, and we became, I don't like to say friends, just because I was just a fan, but which, I mean, we're all just people, but I don't like, to me, the fans who are like, oh, we're BFFs, it's tacky, because it's like, y'all, they're not celebrities, they're just people. But I considered him to be a friend, and he meant a lot to me, and his band meant a lot to me. I'm not gonna give, like, a super deep backstory like I did initially. So you can either watch those videos, and if not, fine. It gives a history and an insight into this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward to, it was 2000, this would have been 2000, was either 2017 or 2018. Normally my memory would be clear, but for some reason lately my memory has been awful. But I know that they were coming no. It was after the cruise, so it would have been, it would have been September 14th of 2018. And, or no, this would have been September 8th of 2014, or 7th. It was about a week before Wade's birthday, and I knew that, and so I was trying to plan something for his birthday to do at the venue, but I didn't know what kind of foods or desserts, like cake or anything that he liked or anything like that. And so I had messaged his girlfriend at the time, Lauren, to ask her, and we just kept talking, and the more that we talked, she had kind of confided in me and opened up to me about Wade cheating. And so my opinion of him, it definitely changed, but I decided that I was going to support the rest of the band, because I was still going to support the band because I supported the other members in the band. I just didn't support him anymore. And so I continued to go to their shows and all of that. But the more I found out, the lower my opinion of Wade became. And so to fast forward some more, and again, I know this is a super abridged version compared to what I gave, but I know a lot of people, if anybody even watches this, they're not going to want to listen to the whole thing. So, but I'm just going to fast forward it to when I had hit my breaking point, and I privately messaged Wade, and I basically told him what I really thought about him. About how I knew that he had cheated, etc., etc., etc. And then that's when he posted on the Secrets Facebook page and the Secrets Instagram page the post about me. And that's when I started getting a bunch of hate messages from his fans. And whenever I tried to post the truth, or at least my truth, because people aren't going to see one individual person's perspective as the truth, you know, even though I'm telling the truth, how are you to know that I am or not? But anyways, he had deleted my comments and blocked me from commenting. So for me, this is my way of speaking up for myself, because he stole that from me. And even though he didn't include my name, everyone knew who he was referring to, because a lot of people know that I'm the person who had started the fan group for Secrets back in 2012, because I could see who would comment on their post or who would like their posts, and that's how I would be able to know who to message to ask them if they wanted to join the group. And essentially for me, it was supposed to be, you know, a fan community. I support Secrets. It's a way of promoting them, and just a place for people to come together and talk about Secrets. But that's basically what happened. I guess he couldn't handle the truth, and so those posts came on Facebook. And I know people will believe whatever you want to believe. You can think I'm obsessive, you can think I'm creepy, you can think I'm a stalker, but the bottom line, and I know other people can attest to this, is that they had if they were so uncomfortable, like if I made them so uncomfortable, why did they talk to me at shows? Why did they take my money? If I made them so uncomfortable, why wasn't I banned from coming to their shows years ago? Like, it make sense. And again, if I made them so uncomfortable, why was there that one time, which I still have proof of, why was there that one time that Richard had posted about me on his story when I did something for them at one of their shows? Like, it makes no sense to me. But of course, their fans think they do no wrong, so they're gonna defend them no matter what. But to me, it's a bad look on anyone when there are multiple fans that commented on the Facebook post threatening violence against me. Not only did Wade not delete those comments, but Wade, or no one in the band, was ever like, maybe you shouldn't threaten somebody. Regardless of what other issues we have with her, maybe you shouldn't threaten somebody. So, also, anybody else who is even still a fan of them, you should probably look into that, because I don't know about you, but I personally, it would not be a good look on me, and it wouldn't be a good look on my conscience if I supported a band who has the lyrics "Swallow your tongue before I rip it out," which Wade wrote about his then girlfriend Lauren, that he was still living with at the time. So do with that what you will, but at least I don't support people who are perpetrators of domestic violence.